Shamekia.
And I'm Tashee. Welcome to Kool-Aid Conversation.
Cause child, they be all in the Kool-Aid.
And don't know the flavor.
So y'all come sip on these different flavors with us so we can see what it's really giving.
Today's topic is mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
So join us on Kool-Aid Conversations. Alright, so as you all know, today's topic is mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Alright, so I want to know if a woman becomes pregnant, right? And the guy expresses to her that he does not want the baby, he doesn't want anything to do with the pregnancy or her, and she decides to, continue on with the pregnancy. Should that man be responsible? Should he have to be involved?
No.
Yes.
No.
Ooh. Okay, so
Absolutely not.
why you say
He expressed that he did not want a child. He expressed it. So you gotta take heed, listen and, kind of, for me, I already know, like, he don't want anything to do with this child if I continue, going forward. So.
you won't be expecting him
No, no. I probably wouldn't even have it.
Okay, but we're talking about if you do. If
Well, if I do, I wouldn't expect nothing from him. Because that's what he said. If he said it, then I feel like he meant it.
Okay, but him saying that, I understand, and I understand that's how you felt. You said you don't have a baby, but when you put that thing inside of me, it should have been wrapped up so you would not.
So, but what about you?
And
were you on birth control?
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. If I wasn't on birth control, okay, I'm ready for what is about to happen.
But he wasn't.
Okay, so he should have wrapped it up. He could have prevented it also. So he didn't take no preventative measures. So, okay, I understand you saying you don't want to have a baby, but what's done is done.
Okay.
The deed has been done.
So you still gonna expect him to take care of that child?
Listen, now he don't have to be there physically, but he's gonna definitely be there financially.
So that's what I was about to say. I was going to say, I do feel like he has to be financially responsible. Yeah. But she can't expect for him to be physically and emotionally responsible.
But why financially? If he didn't,
because he was being irresponsible. That was
she was too.
Yeah, but so
I'm accepting that I was irresponsible. I'm not finna go get an abortion. Mm-hmm. I'm not finna kill anybody and damn myself to hell. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm gonna take care of this baby.
Well, I just feel like
but you gotta be prepared to take care of by yourself financially. To me now.
No, not financially.
Yeah, of course, by law, legally,
Emotionally, I have to take it.
You can get people involved, but
but I feel like for the man, it just was an expensive piece of tail you just got because you wasn't responsible.
So you pay for it for 18 years.
Yeah.
So I do feel like he needs to be financially responsible, right? But let's say he's not there physically or emotionally, right? Does it make him a deadbeat?
No, he didn't want it in the first place. I just don't think that makes him a deadbeat. He didn't want the baby.
So he's there financially, but he's not there
physically or emotionally. His presence is non-existent.
I don't think that makes him a deadbeat because he did say that he did not want to be emotionally involved. But, we can't do that as women. We can't say, I don't want to be involved in this kid's life. You know what I'm saying? I made this mistake. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. But I can't say that I don't want to be in this kid's life.
Right.
But let me tell you, it's some women out there that
I'm about to say, yes, they are.
You do have
They do that.
Yeah.
They do that.
But I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, we take full responsibility of our children. Whether the father is present or,
whatever. We gotta be there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it makes him a deadbeat. Because he did express to the woman, I don't want anything to do with this. So I feel like she has to be prepared to be a single parent and possibly raise the child by herself. Just like he can't force her to abort. She can't force him to be a physical or emotional support. But you know how you do see women getting all on social media, he a deadbeat, he ain't been not one Christmas, not one birthday, and you know, really just making the man look horrible and not telling the backstory of he told you from jump what it was and you decided to go forward with it. So why do y'all think women would put themselves in that position and go forward with a pregnancy knowing that the man does not want to be involved? Because I feel like as women or as a woman, you really kind of putting yourself in a position to struggle.
Yeah, I do too. But at the same token, I don't even know why a woman would get on there and bash any man for what they don't do. Because now I can tell you, I was a single parent, but I wasn't by myself. I had a lot of help, support. You know what I'm saying? My family, my brothers, my brother wives. You know what I'm saying?
Ex-wife. Go ahead.
I'm hollering.
But you know, I just had a lot of support. And I never ever bashed my kids.
I say that. Yeah, I can't say that. Yeah,
never.
But I feel like most, well, I'm not gonna say most, but some, they may have fallen for the guy, you know.
And they thought the baby would keep the guy. Make the guy stay.
Yeah.
I know a lady.
Knowing.
Yeah. I know a woman that did it.
Yeah.
Not one time, not two times, but a few times, right? Where every man she got with, she had a baby.
Wow.
And when that man left, she made a decision that you said most women don't. She got rid of them kids. She said the kids with the dad or the dad's family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did it.
So does that make her deadbeat?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she's just not emotionally attached to them kids.
She's not, but the man might not be, you know, on the flip side, when the man decides not to participate, he's not emotional.
I know some deadbeat mothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I know a lot of them.
You know a lot of
them.
Yeah.
I know.
I
know so many.
Yeah.
I know deadbeat families, whole families.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I think like sometimes some women they do it, you know, because they falling for the man. They think that's gonna keep them. Also,
revenge.
About for punishment. You know, punishing the guy because you not mine or you cheated. Yeah. Or if the man is in a relationship, maybe she think it's gonna one up his woman. So
I'm telling y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Like I was seeing a guy and he had a baby on me, and I truly felt like she had that baby because she knew about me. Like she had that baby because she knew about me.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be strong because I got this baby over here. You know what I'm saying?
She won, but you know
she didn't win.
She did, but she, you know.
But I feel
in
like
my mind back then.
No, back then
he lost.
He lost. Yeah.
So I feel like women that think like that and do it for that reason, ultimately they lose because I was, you know, I was in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, be good.
Recently, and you know, the girl actually told me like she had so much joy in her voice. She was like,
loser.
And she was like, well, tell him I'm pregnant and we're about to have a baby.
Good for you.
Right. I ain't gonna lie now, I was crushed in the beginning.
Of course.
I was crushed in the beginning, but you know, as time went on, she was struggling so bad because she couldn't even take care of herself. She don't work, don't have a car, couldn't keep the lights on.
Loser.
Yeah, done had the baby, now struggling with the baby.
Yeah.
Defect cases, you know, so meanwhile, I'm thriving. You know, I'm thriving. So I feel like if the woman decide to keep the baby, it should be because that woman genuinely wants the child and is in a financial, you know, place to take care of that child and be able to take care of the child alone if she has to. You know, because everybody don't have support. Like the girl that thought she wanted up me, she don't have any support.
Yeah.
If I was in her shoes, I would have kept the baby.
I wouldn't have either. I wouldn't have.
But she did. You know, I feel like, you know, in the long run, though, they end up hurting themselves.
Yeah.
And the women that do it, you know, keep the man because you done kept that baby. Now you got to watch this man move on with somebody else, possibly get married, start a family, watch this man take care of his other kids or another woman's kids.
Mhm.
You know, you sitting over there struggling.
Yeah,
Kind of sad.
it is.
It's very sad.
It is.
And baby, if you have a baby on me and think I'm gonna sit over here and struggle.
Okay.
What you mean, Ted?
Child support. And let me tell y'all something. And he got another job.
dead.
Let's go to the courthouse. No, you ain't gonna give me nothing. No, you can beat it up. No, let's go to the courthouse. He working in Georgia courthouse. No, let me get that.
But even with that, I still feel like that is still a small. There's a big price to pay because even with them, let's say some women do it for a payday. Unless he is a millionaire, billionaire, ball player, rapper,
Yeah.
something like that.
That money
Only way.
That money
I'ma
is
keep-
still
Yeah, that money ain't worth them late nights, going through a
Right.
pregnancy by yourself, doctor's visits. I'm talking about if it's little JoJo around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that little piece of child support is not worth
Oh, no.
everything you have to go
No.
through as a single
I'm gonna
parent.
tell you something right now. Child support is not guaranteed.
That
Like,
part.
It's not.
Okay.
You can wake up one
Quit
day
that
and
job,
don't even
that's
get your
child support.
payment.
Some will quit their job so they don't have to
quit
pay.
that job.
Especially they already didn't like you and
You
they done
can
told you they
can
don't
be
want
getting
you.
your payment for 6 months straight. And one day you just ain't
Yeah.
getting them. Me not.
I don't know who my baby daddy is. Like, he has paid too much. What? He just started paying child support. My son turned 14. That's when I took out child support on him. He was 14, and he's a great dad. But I took child support out on him because his wife said he shouldn't talk to me. We should not have a relationship. Anything,
Go through the court.
and anything should go through my
Oh, okay.
family.
What?
And I was like, we had a perfect relationship. I don't want him. If I want him, I'll still be with him.
Yeah.
I don't want him. We are co-parenting. That's it. You know?
So she was insecure.
Secure, basically.
Yeah. It was way over, baby, before you. It was
Yeah.
somebody before you.
Right.
It was way over with. But I said, well, I called him. I like, listen, I'm gonna need you to pick your nuts up and start letting her make decisions
For real.
you.
When it
I
comes
said,
to your child,
because if you don't want to he doesn't need to co-parent with you. You don't want to co-parent, we ain't got to co-parent people.
He
We'll
doesn't
go to
need to
court.
co-parent.
You don't need to
She's not a woman. I'm gonna say that. You're not a woman, ma'am. Why wouldn't you need to co-parent?
But I mean, make it make sense. Like, and then you miss out on good stuff. Like when he had his first good exam, when the doctor have to, I want to call
and tell him how.
listen. Let me tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? But all that was out of the window, and it was just over with. From that, it was no co-parenting. Won't this happen? If something bad happened at school, I just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, talk to your dad. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
dang, he let it happen too, though.
That is sad. And I feel like as a woman, if you are with a man that has children, as a woman,
For real.
you should be encouraging
them.
them.
and he was a good dad. He was, he was a good dad.
Great
Great
dad.
woman.
He was a great dad. Great guy. He just need to pick his balls up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Let him hang. You bitch hang. Throw him out there. Let him hang a little bit.
But yeah.
Dang.
But for the women that do keep those babies for a payday, I feel like make sure he got something
For real.
that's
Like,
worth
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like he can't not have a car, nowhere to live. You talking about I'm put you on child support.
They gonna take my places. I ain't got none anyway.
I know some folks to this day. They be like, oh,
Like for real.
put me on.
Right. Like
You ain't gonna get that. I'm telling you.
I know.
Exactly.
I mean, I haven't heard because I ain't went through it. But I done heard
I got
stories.
cousins.
Yeah, I done heard stories. Like you done had this baby talking about a payday. That man got no money to pay you.
Yeah. I ain't even take, my other baby, I ain't even take child support on him. Like,
I don't even
he got
bank
that.
on child. I don't
He
bank
got
on
nothing.
it.
And
I ain't
then on Father's Day, when his girlfriend brought him all that stuff, I'm like, why she buy him something on Father's Day? Who he been a father to? And he still ain't got no job. Like, why y'all buy him something for Father's Day? And he looking just, My boy is fresh, and I'm just trying to figure out, is that a real Gucci belt or is that a fake Gucci belt? Because why you got a Gucci belt and you ain't got no job?
Yeah. So if you're gonna do it for a payday, make sure
right. He's a rich baby daddy. He's a rich baby daddy.
Like for real, for real. And then if he ain't, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth what you gotta trade. And to like these women that get pregnant by these celebrities and ball players for the payday.
Hey.
I don't like when they get on there and be like, but he don't be a part of the child's life. Man, get your check.
You got no money.
I wouldn't even worry about stepdaddy.
Get your check and go on.
If I knew then what I knew now,
what would be different?
Whew, you remember what? Okay, now I don't. The art. And I'm like, y'all want us to go where? And I was telling my friend like, oh hell no. They were like, you don't have to ride with us. You can drive your car. I want to buy that car anyway. And I was like, okay. She was like, we should go. I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna go. And there's a whole bunch of them. What are they gonna do to us? But knowing me, because you could just really talk to me, and I get pregnant. I tell you, don't send me no picture of that thing unless something on it, because I get pregnant from the picture. No. But if I knew then what I knew now, I was thinking like, no, I got pregnant by Jojo Ryan. They got nothing.
Nobody told me nothing.
Mama, where were you, Mom? Where were you, Mom? You should have been telling me like, go. You could have got pregnant. You could have, Now I got pregnant by nothing around here. Had a struggle.
Yeah.
I had to get it out the mud.
Yeah. So do y'all think it's selfish for the woman that does something like that, or women that do that?
I do.
Why? So why do you feel like it's selfish?
He told you off real. You go do it anyway. Like you might not even be in a financially stable situation or have that support, and you do it anyway. I mean, it's situational. So if you are financially stable, then okay, and you feel like you're ready to take care of a baby, then okay. But if you're not, yeah, it's selfish. So I'm gonna say it's selfish depending on the situation, I guess.
You think it's selfish?
To have a baby for the paycheck?
No, just to have a baby and the guy don't want it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You don't?
I don't think it's selfish, because guess what? Even though he don't want, it's already conceived. It's It's
but
to go through with it though.
Well, your baby ain't gonna have the daddy.
So you're gonna kill this poor baby because the daddy?
Well, I've never had.
It's not a baby yet. It's before 6 weeks.
Well, I ain't gonna go there, but I've never had an abortion. I don't believe in it, but I ain't gonna say I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I believe in it now. I believe in
let me take that back. Let me take it back, cause I probably would.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's selfish though.
Yeah, I don't think it's selfish. If you want your baby, you want your baby. That man might not want the baby.
You want the baby,
but if you want it,
but your baby don't have no daddy.
It's okay. It's okay, and that's a topic for another day, because a man already has told me that single women cannot raise kids, and I know plenty.
They can raise them,
but they say okay.
But you can't.
Tell me?
I don't believe a single woman can properly raise a man to be a man. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. So for me, I don't care what the situation is. I do think it's selfish, because you are possibly going to cause some type of trauma to that child.
Yeah.
Because that child eventually one day is going to grow up. I don't care how great of a mother you have been, how much you provided, they're going to eventually want to know where's dad, or why don't daddy love you.
Have questions.
And you're going to have to look that little baby in this little hurt face and explain why daddy is not around. Or they may have to grow up watching their dad be fathers to somebody else. So I feel like that's going to cause daddy issues at some point for that child.
Yep.
So what kind of trauma issue would it cause the woman that is going to abort the kid that she possibly, like, I love this kid already. I haven't even had it. It's growing inside of me, but he doesn't want to be here. It's not going to have a dad, so I'm just going to kill it. I want it gone.
This is what I feel, right? I know we all been young. We all done make mistakes, right? But I feel like it's just, consequences of being reckless and irresponsible on
Yeah.
both ends.
Yeah.
But I do feel like as women, ultimately, we hold the power. And at some point, we have to start taking our power back because a man can't get pregnant, but we can. So I understand, yeah, he should have wrapped it up. But at the end of the day, it's going to fall on you. Like my mama always told me, at the end of the day, that's your baby. I don't care if you're married, in a committed relationship, sneaky link situation, one night stand. At the end of the day, that's your baby.
That's your baby.
So I feel like as women, we have to take our power back and not be so reckless with our own bodies, because that's our body.
Yep.
And we ultimately have the choice.
Yep.
So whether he wrap it up or not, I need to be on birth control.
Yep.
Whether he wrap it up or not, if I know I'm not in a position to, or I'm not ready for that, I need to, take every preventative method I can to protect myself. Cause these men, they ruthless.
Yeah,
now.
I agree.
They ruthless, and I feel like, especially us as black women, we meet a motherfucker, they'll vibe. We done plan our whole future with them. We love them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we gotta slow down and really vet these men. Like we really gotta.
Because we ain't met the real man.
The real man.
We done met their representative.
Yeah.
We ain't met the real man.
We ain't met the real man, and now here we are having a baby by, then the real man will come out after you pregnant and have the baby. You like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because my baby dad, I thought he was funny, but no, he was slow. I'm like, oh my God, he's so funny, he makes me laugh. No, he's not funny. This nigga really slow. Like, where was your classes in school? Were they I'm thinking the whole time you funny, but no, it really wasn't. I should have did more.
Yeah.
I should have investigated you a little more. Like, no.
I'm about to say, some women see the man's true colors and still, have a baby with him.
Well, I feel like maybe they are hoping that they're going to change.
Yeah.
But again, it go back to one of our topics. Like as black women, we don't know how to date.
Yeah.
We're looking at potential.
Right. Right.
Instead of getting a man that's already potential.
Yeah.
And
other races teach their kids,
how to date.
They groom their kids on how to get a responsible, respectful man.
Right.
And we don't do that in our society. We don't do that.
We don't do that. So, I feel like while both are responsible, as women, we got to take our power and control back and not put ourselves in those positions, because the man can always just walk away. Hey, I don't care, like, even if that was your husband, y'all get a divorce, he can walk away.
Yeah.
Committed relationship, he can walk away or decide when he gonna show up and be, a father. So I feel like, we just gotta put ourselves in better positions.
Yeah.
But as for me, I wouldn't have a baby with a man to say
I wouldn't either.
he didn't want it. I don't care if I was financially stable.
Yeah.
I still want
you ain't gotta tell me but one time.
Yeah.
One time. That's all I need to hear.
You don't want it? You gonna get rid of it?
It's out of here, buddy.
I think so.
Back to the Lord you go.
So you don't believe in abortion? You said you.
I do believe in abortions. I do believe in abortions. Yeah, but I'm telling you, y'all up and just kill a baby because the man said he don't want it.
Yeah, if you don't want. Well, I ain't gonna say that.
No, so for me it's deeper than that. It's not just because he
don't
said
want
he
it.
don't want it.
I don't want it.
But it's going back to what I said, taking your power back and also assessing the situation and putting yourself in a better situation. If I know I'm not financially ready to take care of a child by myself, because there's a big possibility he's telling me he's not going to be around. If I know I'm not mentally or emotionally capable of raising a child by myself and having to do everything on my own and explain to this baby,
why you don't have
and then my life got to come to an abrupt halt and he's still not skipping a beat. It's deeper than just him not wanting it. It's also about my future. It's also about what I'm trying to accomplish in life too.
Right.
Well, and I agree totally what you're saying, but and I kind of have that mindset now in life, later in life, and I'm kind of glad I didn't have that mindset back then, because it was some kids that I probably had. I wouldn't have had those kids, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't financially ready. I wasn't financially stable, but they're here. I made it happen. We're good.
Yeah.
Now, guess what? Are they all the way good? Probably not. Probably not. Because my traumas are their traumas.
Yeah.
And their dad not being around, more traumas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And do my kids need therapy? They probably do.
We all do.
Yeah,
Just for being a
we all
single
do.
parent.
Yeah, we all
You
do.
know? So, although I agree now, I'm kind of glad I didn't agree back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, I feel like for a lot of women, you know, that have kids, you love your children, you don't regret them, but you know, when you, like you said, in retrospect, looking back, you know, you do see that there's other things you could have done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like maybe waited or vetted the man more,
Right.
you know, or just been a little bit more responsible. I don't think nobody would, like, you know, wish their children would go away, but I'm sure they would wish that the circumstances were different.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I'm saying, like putting yourself in a position where you have better circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Because being a single mother is overwhelming.
It is.
It's a lot, and so I feel like also if you go back knowing stuff, you know, knowing how overwhelming it is, knowing how, you know, traumatizing it can be for yourself and for the kids, I would have waited. I feel like God would bring that baby back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, God
I agree.
God just knew that I wanted to have kids. Like, God was like, hey.
Keep blessing her.
He was DJ Khaled on me. Another one. Another one. He kept like, God, please, you know. And then when the doctor was like, hey, you might not be able to have no more kids. Hey, I'm cool. I got 4. I'm good. 2 years later,
Another one.
2 more. There you go. Get them 2.
Not
You know, and my tools are still not tied. You know what I'm saying? And like I told my son when he said, I'll just move out. Baby, I can have 3 more of you. Go on out the door.
But you're not, right?
Oh, no. No.
I guess for me,
No. Never.
I guess for me, I ain't even gonna count. Like, pregnancy was a game changer. It was a shocker. It was like, because it was like my life just came to a abrupt stop. You know, I was outside. I was fine. I was having the time of my life. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? And I guess what got me with it is I had to go sit down. But not him. He still going out.
Oh, no.
He was still living his best life.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, we're like, oh, this ain't it. I would never do this again. And I ain't had a kid since. I ain't had a baby since.
Well, my first one was a cakewalk, but that second, I ain't had a baby since. And won't. But yeah.
Yeah, it took me a minute to
dad.
get the message.
Yeah, that dad be in and out. And you be still in.
Yeah, so I feel like as women, you gotta really understand the totality
Of
of
the
the
si-
situation.
yeah.
Like,
Most women, like I said, they base it off of love. I love him, so
what Tina say?
baby.
What Tina say?
What love got to do with it?
Not a bitch ass thing.
No.
And I'm like you, I know that now, but you know,
back then,
Yeah.
I love him.
I love my kids though. One trailer for the
Yeah,
world.
we all do.
Yeah,
We all do.
Mhm.
And you know, I think that's the difference. We wasn't trying to have kids trap no man.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
or spike baby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, then like that.
Because I found out I'm pregnant. I was like,
What? God, why?
look, let me check my car. How much money I got? I ain't got
I
enough.
know.
You ain't never gonna have enough.
What you talking about? Girl?
Look, we don't like. I'm hollering.
Gotta keep it.
Can I get Medicaid? How much do Medicaid pay?
Okay.
So how much, if I get Medicaid, how much do I have to pay?
Still ain't blue. And they just meet the deal.
Yeah.
They was just meet the deal.
Dang.
But one time though, I had made an appointment. I was on the way. If you gonna kill my babies, man, listen. Listen. Why? Why are you fighting me against this, man? Why? Well, I'm not babysitting. I'm not babysitting for you to go kill my baby. Well, put them kids in the car.
They can ride.
They can ride too. But the people saying they can't come in there.
You ain't saying.
I had to come back.
Who the oldest? Who the oldest?
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it depends. Like, it's different if she was in a relationship with them or she really liked them like that. But if it was just like a hookup here and there,
Okay.
Yeah. Now, no ex-husbands, like,
no.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna sleep with you. I'm not gonna sleep with somebody you've been in a relationship with. I know you love that man, a drug.
Right.
Hell
Yeah.
no. I still want to kill him because you want to kill him.
Right.
So I want to kill
Okay.
him too. You know.
Okay. I feel it. Okay, and my last one. Do you consider your friends ops your ops?
No.
I think that's a maturity thing. Like, I don't have to hate everybody you hate. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be at odds with everybody you at odds with. But at the end of the day, if y'all get scrapping,
Yeah. If it go down, if I'm with my friend, it's,
You got
it's
your
what-
friend back.
I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like, now I don't know if I'm going to jail. Because I'm not made for jail.
Yeah.
Like, listen, look where we're at, okay?
Right.
but I think that's a friend too, to be able to give you some wisdom. Like, this is not the time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But we'll get them.
We'll
Right.
get them later
Right.
or whatever. But I know what Sister would knock a girl wig to the left.
Look. Don't do her, Shamekia.
She what?
I'm talking about don't do her.
I'm saying it's like
I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
the reason. Like, is this really worth it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Do we really need to do this? But I'm the hitter now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm the hitter.
But
I'm
she's
gonna talk
gonna
about it
she's
first.
gonna take those de-escalation steps first.
Right. That's right.
You know,
That's right.
but the other one, you want to get her head, we gonna get her head.
Yeah.
Do what you
That's
do.
mean. I'm riding for my friend.
She riding for her brother. Now she gonna ride for her brother too. You said my brother pregnant by you? She's gonna fight you. You know, don't even say you pregnant by my brother.
What?
She'll fight you. Yeah.
Dang.
If she love you, she love you.
Okay, so what if you're cool with the ops?
What you mean?
Like, you're cool with the ops. Like your friend
Friend's ops.
Your friend's op. You're cool with them.
For me, right? I don't have to hate them because you hate them.
Of course.
But I'm not
gonna be cool with
I'm
them.
not gonna be
right.
cool with them.
It's
either.
nothing we have to talk about.
It's just you're nothing to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna go out my way to pick at you or hate you or
Right.
say stuff to you, but we're not friends either now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I
I'm
get it.
not-
So, but is it like just a hey? You cool with them?
I mean, I can
I
be
can
cordial.
speak to you.
I can be
That's
cordial.
right.
speak to
But
you.
again,
But
it's
I'm-
nothing to discuss. It's
No.
nothing, you know.
I feel like that's playing both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
feel like that will make me look at my friend kind of
Sideways.
like, you know, what you and her got to talk about.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know, I talk to you about her. You know what I'm saying? So do you talk with her about me?
Me? Yeah.
You know, and I tell you personal stuff that I definitely don't want the ops to know.
Right.
You know.
Right. And then too, I don't need you forming an allegiance over there. Cause if I got to fight, whose side you taking?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree. So that was my popcorn question or questions.
Okay.
What you got?
I had something good. I can't remember what it was.
Must be the Kool-Aid.
That's all right. It must be.
I can't remember what it was.
That's all right.
Yeah. So, but Tan actually had a good one.
Okay.
Which one?
When you was talking about working up under black women. You know, we kind of talked about that before, like the old, eat the young.
Yeah.
It's hard working on the black women.
It's hard. And I've convinced all my supervisors.
Please don't say that on the camera.
Yeah.
Listen, when my director is a black woman, and the assistant director is a black man, and this hasn't happened where where I work at. I think she is the first black woman. There was a woman before her, and she's first. And I'm like, listen, no matter what, we got to make this thing work. It's a win. It's a win for us. We got to make it work. no matter what, 10 toes down, we got to make this work, because it's a win for us as women. It's a win for us as a race. It's a win. So we got to make it work.
Right.
But
You must work at a secure facility of some sort.
work at I work at a children's home, like a group home.
Well, I'll say I've kind of had the opposite to happen, right? So I worked up under a black woman, chief counselor. You know who you are. But she was awesome. Like, she was awesome. I loved working up under her. She was all about helping you advance, climb up the ladder, building your resume, sending you to trainings. So what I experienced with that is the black women up under her was like undermining her. They didn't want to listen to anything she had to say. And I was like, why y'all doing her like that? Like, she really, they used to be like, I wouldn't go to that training if I were you, because now she gonna want you to teach these cognitive behavior classes. I want to.
Right.
It's not on my resume.
She's trying to build me. And
Right. I
y'all
can
don't
go
get it.
anywhere with this. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, they pushed against everything she said. You know, and she wasn't doing anything wrong. Now, we had one white woman who was just a counselor like us. They was doing it like work, jumping for her. The chief counselor got on her behind one time. She started crying. They were like, she wrong for that. No, she's not. This lady ain't put a note in about 2 months. She ain't seen nobody and documented in about 2 months. How is she wrong? So,
well, I can tell you now, my director, we have had some disagreements, but, at the end of the day, I still want that win for us. At the end of the day, I still want that win. I just hope, and she's new to this. So, I'm like, okay, and I have to remember that. Like, she's new to this. We got to help her. You know what I'm saying? And then, all of us are us up under her. Every one of us. So,
because at the end of the day,
they got it. It's always us against each other, though.
It's always us.
I swear. Because for them not to, like, or to be salty that she's doing her job,
that was so
wrong.
They would be in the weekly meetings and rolling their eyes.
Go to the aid of a white woman child.
Girl.
Y'all, the black woman that I worked on, she was a terrorist. Like, I'm traumatized. Like, I'm better now because we're under another black woman. I'm not. It's
we love you.
Yes, girl, we love you. But I feel like she was committing terroristic acts towards her staff. Like, I'm so for real. Like, retaliation, it was real. Like, it was times I would report her and nothing was done. I even called somebody that was over her, and they were like, did you follow the proper protocol? Like, it's just like they were against me. And I wasn't the only person, but I can say a lot. She did a lot.
I worked up under a black woman like that.
She
was awful. But, I came to the conclusion that's because women that act like that, or people that act like that, period, are just miserable at home. Because she was miserable. But my thing with her and a few other, because they had little cliques, people in that clique, they were afraid for you to know more than them. They didn't want you to know more. They were intimidated if you were intelligent. If they see, you could do your job like this, they did not like it at all. And so when I finally left, mind you, this lady she probably called me twice, never spoke in passing. Probably talked to me twice when she thought I had messed up. She was ready to call. You didn't put a note in. Honey, yes I did. Go back. The man is out to court. Read it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. That was it. And so when I left, she called me and talked to her. Why are you leaving?
Are you serious? Right.
Why are you leaving? And you know what? I told her. Very, very professionally. You have a very nasty disposition. Very nasty. I see you'll walk right past your staff that's up under your department and won't even speak. I was like, the only time we hear from you is when you think we've done something wrong or you want to reprimand us.
Mm-hmm.
You never tell us good job. I was like, you have pushed against everything I've ever tried to do, here, for this department, everything. Like, I created a whole training manual for new counselors coming in, right? Because we had that at the state. And so when I went to the private facility, I said, this would be a great tool to have for the new counselors coming in because it is a lot of information, right? And so the guy that was my supervisor presented it to her. And he said, she was like, this is awesome. We can use this. And he was like, oh, man, Watkins made it. She was like, I don't know. We have to see. Closed the book. Rejected it when she realized it came from me. So, I just told her, very professional, like, honey, do better.
Right.
She starts crying, and I don't mean to be that way. I'm working on it, and la 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 la. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Miserable.
Yeah. And so I asked someone, who was still working there, had she gotten better since she was in there crying and saying she was going to do better? They were like, girl, no.
She's worse.
She's worse. She's
She's
worse. Yeah. So I will say that with my experience working up under black women, I've only had one good experience because, I worked in another office full of black women. And I was so happy to be there and ended up being so disappointed.
I have too. And I was disappointed too.
Yeah.
This is the most satisfied I've been.
Me too. We
In
love,
my career, yeah.
we love you, new supervisor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
And the black women that I supervise, it can be hard. It's hard to supervise, black women because
They don't take it seriously.
They feel like you owe them something. Like, why do I owe you something?
Right.
Because I'm your supervisor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you were black or white, you're going to get paid the same thing. I don't owe you anything.
Right.
But guess what? I want the best for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make everything I'm supposed to do, I'm going to do it. I want my supervisor to succeed, and I want you to succeed. And I'm going to give you them tools. Even if the tools don't come with the job, if it's something I got, I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to succeed. But some black women just don't feel it like, she just thinks she smart. She's just trying, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You make up these things and like, why we do that as a race? You know?
I know my mama told me a long time ago. She was like, be weary of women like that. They'll try to detour you from advancing or, going up for positions or putting yourself in position to be successful because they are afraid to do it or they're too lazy to do it. And then when you do it, now they start envying you. Mm-hmm. Like you think you all that or you think you got this position and I'm going to make it hard for you when you had the same opportunity that I had to elevate, to this position. So I think it's sad. Like, we are like it. But one thing, palm colored people gonna do, whether they like each other or not, they're gonna stick
look out for each other.
Yeah. All right. So that concludes today's episode. Let us know what you all think about the popcorn questions about what is a friend.
Yeah.
Girl code. What do you think about the old eating the young?
Yeah.
Working around other black women. What have been your experience? We would like to hear.
Yeah, so like, subscribe, and share.
To Kool-Aid Conversations on the Go Tell group.
See y'all.